Look at the vein. Look at the dark vein running through that rock. It's got to be coal or coal related, right? I've just pulled in to the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. The river, this is the most southern visitor center and the first access. And the river, I just passed it, it's beautiful. Look at this. Love this institution, really just about my favorite. The visitor center, when I was pulling into the parking lot, I couldn't see it. And I think that was by design. It's using natural materials, indigenous materials, and then the landscaping is purely natural. It's actually a large place. And it's just invisible, seamlessly fit into this little... Look, that is a boat, I'm assuming. A flatbed, something maybe. I'm gonna get in here. Well, I think we knew that much. I thought it would give a concise, what are they? What is that? Look, that's the trumpet vine, or Virginia creeper. We have that at home. Just a few souvenirs. The main visitor center is quite a ways. This is a long park. You have to be careful when you hold up the phone to take a selfie. If there's anyone on the other side of your camera, they react as if you're taking their picture. I learned that the hard way at a hot springs in Wyoming. I was taking a picture of myself in the hot spring and had the phone directly pointed at a woman's tail end as she was climbing out of the hot spring, and she was aghast, and her husband and her daughter thought it was so funny when I explained to her, no, selfie. Yeah. You talk about... No, this isn't hollers. These are gorges. Gorgeous gorges. Park Service people are so cool. They are personable and friendly and understanding and patient and knowledgeable. What are they, rangers? I think that's a wonderful career. Eating that apple reminded me of a funny story. I went to Mexico on a mission trip when I was 16, 17, North Columbia Baptist, and Elizabeth Prine, Jeannie Herring, C.J. Myers, Bo Prine, Bill Packmeyer, Billy Paul Cooper, Margaret, Erica. Anyway, sorry. We get there to this little Mexican church in Nogales. And CCC. Oh, I like this. Civilian Conservation Corps, I can never remember. We get to this little church in Mexico, and there's an outhouse. And I went and I looked in the outhouse because it took us days to get there. We drove. And it was so gross. Sticky, flies. I mean, it was an outhouse. And I went inside the kitchen where the ladies were unpacking all of our provisions and putting things up. They had a kitchen. And I told Miss Elizabeth, I can't use that bathroom. And she said, well, take some apple juice. And she had a big jug of apple juice in her hand. So I took the apple juice to the outhouse and a roll of paper towels with me, and I cleaned that whole thing with apple juice. Brought it back in, and the jug's half empty or more. And Miss Elizabeth went, what, you drank all that? And I said, I didn't drink it, I cleaned with it. That's what made that outhouse so sticky.
Let's put this stick down. These nice people are going to take a picture of us, and then you can play with your stick again. Did you all want a picture as well? Or? Okay. Yeah, you're welcome.
I see train tracks. There's a horseshoe bend in the New River. I'm not certain why it's called the New River. It's been here a long time to create a gorge like this. It's pretty amazing. I can hear it. I just realized these names in the rocks could have been carved by the men on that storyboard. I just didn't notice them because they were just graffiti in my mind, but those are very, very old. Today is going pretty well. It may be that I've found my rhythm. It is Friday. Guys, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well, driving Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's about right. It would take me 5 days to hit a rhythm. Anyway, I'm like remembering to throw away my water bottle and my placards and things like that, put them in a trash can. I'm moving sort of more leisurely and comfortably. I had time after waking up before things open, because things don't open until 9 and 10 o'clock, you know, so I wasn't rushed. I got dry before I got out of the room. My hair was dry and wasn't before I and I wasn't sweating down and leaving wet-headed. Anyway, I don't want to jinx it, but this is going pretty smoothly. Just getting gas, and was thinking, this hasn't been terribly expensive. I've done 4 nights in motels, but they've been pretty cheap motels, almost half the price of a room in other places, half the price of a comparable hotel room. They've not been the nicest, and I think I'm filling up for the 3rd or 4th time. I'm sure I'm using a lot more gas than I would at home. I don't see how this is relevant, but I just, you know, in my wallet, gauging what cash I brought and what cash I've spent, it's very little. It's not even half yet. So I'm getting a few little patches and pins and souvenirs like that, and I've only eaten out twice. And once was at a gas station. So the other was really not too bad given restaurant costs. I'm not saying that in a pretentious way, just in an informative way, that this has not. I'll be eager to see what I spent when I get back home, but I don't feel like I'm spending a whole lot. I've been anticipating this bridge, and I think it might be here. This one. You are historic New River Gorge Bridge. This is it. Girl! Oh my! Can't see the bottom. But wait till you see what this thing looks like from underneath. When it was built, it saved an immeasurable amount of time to get from one side of this gorge to the other.
In half a mile, turn right onto County Route 85 ninths.
And of course, she's got to chime in here. I see the river down there. Okay, you're not going to believe what that thing looks like from the underside. There's people everywhere, especially coming in. You can't see the picnic tables. Maybe you will. All right, I got phone, keys, wallet. Picnic tables, lots of parked cars. Look, there. That's what's so beautiful about the National Park System. These are your parks. These are our parks. This is our backyard. My license plate?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw a Florida tag and wanted to wave at them. This is what I intend to drive. It takes you into the gorge. I am good for about 2/10 of a mile. I cannot do the steps. So I might paint, I might not. I might just take a photo and paint from the photo, because I imagine the trestle on the bridge would be too complicated for my brushes. The brushes I have with me. But there is the visitor center. Again, with the native plants and the native material. Beautiful and so well designed, always. And always relating to the region. That looks like okra, doesn't it? I suspect it's that having bloomed out already. I saw in my travels some beautiful echinacea. This redbud is trying to comb my hair, and I don't want it to. Little bumblebee. I've not been on many roads more narrow than this one. I just completed a hairpin turn that was the hairpiniest, maybe the hairpiniest I've ever. I hope this is one way. It is the Fairfield Station Road that goes to the bottom of the gorge. And I'm taking it because I'm sure as heck not walking it. Fairfield Station. Whoa, good Lord. There was a bus. How? I mean, how do I know there's not a bus coming? Okay, begin one way. At least that. My word. Alright, so no oncoming traffic. That's good. Oh my. This may rival the Needles Highway. I mean, it's up there. Oh my God. Now, you see, we haven't gone under the bridge. We are at C&B, Growth of an Era, spanning the gorge. That's the little storyboards right there. So C&B, go down, and then we come back under. We haven't been yet under the bridge. So we will come back under the bridge to another low bridge. That's the spot. She said that I might enjoy painting, getting a good shot of the thing. Okay. If I just said all that and wasn't even recording, I'll have to tell it again another time. But that was my angel dog. This is literally a U-turn. Ooh, we're back on 2-lane. When I was in Idaho last summer, I went down in a gorge a little ways. There was, I'm gonna stop because I think I can tell if anyone is coming that way or that way. It wasn't like this, but believe it or not, up underneath this thing is a catwalk where people will walk. They have to be tethered by a cable, and they go across the catwalk. And it reminded me of that Moynie, M-O-Y-N-I-E, Moynie Gorge and Bridge in Idaho. It was similar, just a smaller scale. All those gigantic, it was still a smaller scale. And then this one. Am I under it? I wonder. I am. I'm under it. So people would go across the catwalk. And the Moynie Gorge Bridge had a catwalk too. And once I got underneath the bridge, I'm like, that's not happening. I'm not going on that. And I was making my way back out. So steep. Billy goating it up the back out of the gorge, and that's when the dog escorted me. And I have a picture of it. It's not the best picture, but that dog stuck with me. And look at that. That dog stuck with me and walked me up out of the gorge. I'm sorry for the camera work. It's gotta be pathetic at the moment. Yo, that bridge is way up there. And it's still way down there. I'm gonna pull over a little bit. Look, hairpin, to get to the bus. It's unbelievable. I just wanted to share my story about the dog. I tried recording it twice already, and I wasn't even recording it, so I finally got one version of it out. So down here at the bottom is a town, remains of a town called Thurmond, and Thurmond provided, it was like a truck stop for trains, and it had these big towers that let the trains refuel with coal. Well, I think it was like 1940 industrial era when the locomotives were electrified and the coal was irrelevant, and the entire town of Thurmond is down here still in this gorge. And it's like a ghost town, but it's perfectly preserved and it's pretty. And you can Google it. I'm not going to it. I'm not. This park is actually really, really long. The first viewing, when I got out the first time, that was like an hour south from here. So I can't just go to every little thing. Oh, there goes some rafter. Oh my God. Maybe you can see a big blue boat, an inflatable boat. They're whitewater rafting. That's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. I have talked and drove right past the place on that map that the girl circled for me. Right down there. It was where the train tracks were. She told me to stop. Fart. I've got to get a big panoramic picture of that bridge. So, fart. I guess I'm gonna do it again. I guess I'm gonna do the whole daggum thing again. She got her a rock. She ain't supposed to, but I know somebody who would do the same darn thing, and who has. You come look around our flower beds and you see a funny looking rock, ain't no telling where it came from. How in the expletive is that bus doing this? There was a little stop sign. We're back on that one-way part. And he's gone. I can't even keep up with it. It's a big freaking bus. Okay, here's the part we were up. I see a car coming up behind me. Let me pull over. Gone. You missed the bus. So, here's the part that I was telling my dog story earlier. And I thought that was a neat shot. Look at this cute little photographer. That is nice. That looks like the Thorn Ground Chapel. Go on, you hares. Now you in the tortoise's way, ain't you? Okay, this is what the ranger circled for me. That's the little electrical box looking thing. And here's a pull out. Oh, that's where I can pull over. Nice big old parking lot. a nice, big enough, way big enough. I'm not gonna forget it this time. Here we go. At the Tunny Hunsaker Bridge. I don't know. The woman at the which Grandview was telling me that they pronounce Canaan, or anyway. Ooh, wow. Okay, we're gonna get out. We're gonna walk across the bridge. I'm not fixing to set up my painting stuff. I've done coming in here, come down in here twice already. So I'm not getting all that out of here. I'm gonna walk across the bridge. I was mistaken earlier about the I said industrial revolution, and I think that was actually. I think I'm okay. I think that was the 1940 was the industrialization of farming, not the Industrial Revolution. I was entirely wrong. Yeah. Ooh, I see some old scrap metal. Y'all want to go get a piece? Let's go get a piece. Oh my gosh. Look. I am stealing the heck out of these. Who wants some? Oh, there comes a car. Let me put it up. Here comes a kayaker. Look how small. I mean, this bridge itself is high. This is a high freaking bridge. Somebody had a campfire right there. There's the shot. That's what I was after. There's the white water. And here comes at least another pontoon. Is that a pontoon? Yeah, they got rafter outfitters that drop people where that woman stole the rock. I'm one to talk. But right over there, and that green bus earlier, they're dropping people off and picking them up. Do you see our kayaker? He is going to the right. The water is not as white on the right. Can you hear it? Can you hear the rushing water? Look at that rock. That is a... that's the size of a house. This bridge vibrates when people come across it. Vibrates a lot. Yikes. As much as this navigation has been hollering at me, she didn't tell me about a toll road we just went through. I get to the booth. One lane has tags. Well, I don't have a tag. And then 2 are for cars. They get up there at 75 cents exact change. And you drop it in a net and your light turns green and you get on the tollway. Or whatever it is. Well, I didn't have 3 quarters. I had $1. And I went to stuff my $1 down in the little net. and somebody else had done the same, there was already $1 there. And if I'd had 75 cents, it still would have been trapped on the dollar dropped before my dollar. What the heck? How do you get around this place? Anyway, so I stuffed my dollar and their dollar down in the little thing. The light wasn't turning red, and I'm on a daggum mountain road, and I gotta go, and cars coming, and I went, and that thing went, like, I'm sure it's got my number. Is that a parking lot? It was a dead-end parking lot. We are at one of the places that was on my list. I don't want to get on the damn highway. I want off at this thing. It's like a freaking corn maze to get into it. Well, now I've pulled in part of the labyrinth in the wrong direction. I've gone against the arrows. I think I found the front of this round thing. New River Gorge has slung my Robinson Rand's bottom trash can and everything else all over it. I was scared that it was gonna fall out when I opened. It did not, and Granny's not smashed either. Yeah, I've been. Not literally. Sometimes it will sling around. But I was worried about that rolling out. Good afternoon. We're at the Good afternoon. We're standing in front of the. Oh shit. Good afternoon. We are standing at the Tamarack Cultural Center in Beckley, West Virginia. It is the nation's first showcase of handcrafts representing all counties in West Virginia and more than 2,800 juried craftsmen. The building was designed by Chris Byron and Associates to represent the star pattern of an Appalachian quilt. This is Tony Hunsaker signing off for WDH News. Back to you, Bridget. This is wheat weaving. There was basketry. And here are glass. What did I just see? This. Now that's Blanco. Who is Blink Art? Well, my goodness, I knew Blanco. I didn't realize. My word. Blanco is in West Virginia. I got a book for the children. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some full pages of art. Full pages of art? It's got artwork. Whole pages of it. Anyway, guess where we're headed next? We're going to a Goodwill. Because I can't do $40 mugs and $60 baskets and $80 vases and $450 fish, etc. I swear, if I could take the things I've found in the Goodwills thus far and put them at those okay, maybe that's cheap and tacky, but so be it. It's just astounding to me what those things are worth one day and not the next. And then they end up in a New Hebron Colony thrift store, you know, or Goodwill. But we are darn sure fixing to go to a Goodwill. Right after I go back inside and get my $5 coffee. Well, did I tell you? I went back through the turnpike and violated the toll booth again. I didn't put 75 cents or $1 or anything. I just ran the red light and got through. And I called the freaking West Virginia Highway Patrol, and they've transferred me to the Turnpike Authority. The Turnpike Authority transferred me to the customer service people, and the girl was nice. Can you believe that? They were nice. And she gave me an 800 number to call in 3 weeks. Because I was like, I mean, one of them said that they'll send you a bill in about a month. And I said, well, it ain't going to be for $150, is it? So I have to call an 800 number in 3 weeks. All this talking my navigator has been doing and can't tell me about a dadgum toll booth.
Yeah. Look. How about you get move over kill now? Michelle did.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I know. I'll catch you over here. I'll kill now.
Innocent
Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Get me one. Got you now. Got you.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
They gotta give us a
Look, there's another new.
And it's gonna have a drive.
Yep. Walk that up. Make more money. Like that. Make more money. You wouldn't have them shoes right in front of you.
I just spent on this cart full what a coffee mug would have cost me. I have to put it somewhere. I don't want to mess my mirror up. I think my survival gear's over there. So, and I ain't needed my survival gear. I'm being facetious. So, I think I can get this over there. Y'all don't want to see it. I just went through the drive-thru at Dunkin' and got another large French vanilla. I know which way to go. You ain't got to
Take the next left onto Nilgene Square, then turn right onto Pinewood Drive.
Oh, I just went through,
Take the next right onto Pinewood Drive.
just went through Dunkin' Donuts and got a large French vanilla iced coffee. And the girl was so nice. The lady at the Goodwill was so nice. And it tickled her and the lady who was looking at the clothes rack. She had her back to us. But you know how they ask you, would you like to round up? I said, I do not. I said, I don't want to round up. I just gave them $47. Why you want, everything wants more money. You want to donate. You would like to donate $1. No, I just gave you, you got what you got. Mississippi. I think we got one up on them, and it is a 4-way stop They can't do them either, but they do them worse than we do. Well, we are back at the Travel Lodge, and it is 4:50. And about 4 parking spots to my left, somebody is having a cuss out in a red pickup. There's plenty of restaurants right here, right here. I just saw a Fujiyama, but I'm probably not gonna do all that. I spoke to a nice woman today who told me about Seneca Rocks in Canaan Valley, but it's so far up in West Virginia, it's practically Ohio, and that's I'm not doing that. However, I might do a little more with Eastern Kentucky than I'd originally planned. I said it was almost 5 o'clock, and I'm calling it. I'm calling it a day, because tomorrow is the Highlands Festival in Abington, and I want to be well rested. And this evening I'll have time to relax, one, and catch up on this phone video business. This was a good day, and I hope you enjoy